sculpt, it kind of looks like, I don't know, John Goodman. Hey, what's up you guys? Jartimus Prime here doing another Marvel action figure review on the NECA 1/4 scale, the Avengers movie Mark 7 Iron Man. This thing is incredible. I have to give a big thanks to Marvelous News for sending this out to me. Thanks so much. As you know, Marvelous News is the #1 website for all Marvel related news, so check them out. Link to their website is in the description below. I gotta say, I am really impressed with this figure. I thought this line of 1/4 scale figures was gonna be kinda lame, but now that I have this guy in hand, I think it is extremely badass. Very, very cool figure. It does have its flaws. He needs to come with a base. It's very hard to stand this figure. He does fall over, and it is scary because he is so large. I'm going to try to get a 360 right here of the figure really quick before I really get into the review. Now, one thing that kind of sucks, I don't know if you could tell from over there, but like the side of his face, it has a gap. So when it arrived, the whole face actually was off. Is so broken. Yeah, kind of thinking that's Here's a better look at the packaging, which is pretty nice. Looks like the Iron Man armor. It says the Avengers right there. Get an arc reactor, another arc reactor, and it's telling you where the lighting. Okay, it tells you where the LED lights come in. And by the way, I did send pictures to Marvelous News so that they can contact the customer service where they got the item shipped from. I believe it was Amazon. The whole box is basically like wrapped in Iron Man armor. Very, very cool. And then here's the back of the figure over here, and it has a description. If you would like to read it, you may hit pause. I think UPS was extremely rough with my figure on its way over here. But other than that, I think it's very cool. Well, other than that, and him needing a stand, because you could tell already he's kind of falling over like that. And I did have one of his shoulder pads pop off, but I glued it back on. Not a big deal. But anyway, amazing sculpt. I love the paint applications. Let's take a closer look at this guy. Gotta say, the paint sculpt on this dude is fantastic. I really like the head sculpt. Now, NECA does hand sculpt the whole box is basically like wrapped in Iron Man armor. Very, very cool. He also has an LED light that goes for the arc reactor and 2 more for each hand. So I can just pop this back on there. So Sean Long got one also. So he's reviewing this guy today as well. So check him out. And the face on his is actually perfectly fine. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but not a big deal. I think with some sanding and glue, it'll be just fine, you know, staying like that. But as of now, I do have a gap on the figure. Here's the back of the head, and you can see right here, you can screw this off, and there's a switch for the LED light, which I will show off later on. I like that they've actually sculpted the inside right here. I think that's very, very cool. I really like this red shiny paint. I love that they sculpted the arc reactor. That is very, very cool. It's got this honeycomb kind of look. And when you turn the lights on, they actually look kind of blue, except for the repulsors, they look orange. But I like how the joints right there have all those rivets, hidden joints, very, very nice. He does have removable hands. He comes with a pair of fists as well as the open palms. I like the sculpting on the legs right there. Very, very cool. Looking sharp. Here's a side view of the figure. Looking nice. I like this, I like this, I like this. Here's the back of the figure. I like how the neck is riveted, so that's very cool. They have that over there. The silver looks great. I love the gold. This red paint is very, very nice. I think it's nice quality paint. I do have a feeling though, if you do leave this in the sun a lot, it will get worn, like it'll fade, I mean. And then back of the knees right there looking pretty cool too. I gotta say, I'm really happy with the articulation of this guy. It is cool. So his head has its own articulation. You can move left and right, and you can move the head. Well, it can tilt up just a little bit. The head can move down. You can move the neck back pretty far, and then have the head move up with it. So it's a pretty amount of, you know, head looking up articulation. I have to lean him forward so he doesn't get out of the shot, but you can get the idea. He has 2 joints inside his shoulder pads, so you can move him upwards like this, and you could rock him back and forth like that. So I think that's cool. It doesn't hinder the articulation of his shoulder, which moves forward like this, and you can move it outward, which is very nice. He has a bicep swivel. He has double jointed elbows. This pops off, but it has a little clip, so there's a metal rod in here. You just reattach it. It's not a big deal. Okay, see, it's back on there. Not too shabby, so it's kind of made to break off, I guess. And his wrists move side to side. They're on these ball joints, so you can move them up and down. And I do like how on the wrist over here it has this flap, so this is like a pliable material. So you can get it moving upward. I like to half it and turn it sideways, so that helps getting the repulsor blast thing going on right there. And just to show this off really quick, you can pop the hand off, and you can see that right there. And then here's one of his fists, and then yeah, you just gotta squeeze it on there. It's kind of rough, but we get a little bit of a gap right there, but it's not too bad, so I think it's okay. He has a decent ab joint, so it moves back a little bit more so than it does forward, so I wish I could crunch forward a little bit more, but it's not the worst, so it's actually, you know, for a huge figure, it's pretty good. His waist articulation is made so that it has like one click to the side, and then one click to the other side like that, so that's not too bad. He has good upper thigh articulation that moves outward, and you can move it forward like so. He has an upper thigh swivel right here. He has double jointed knees. It's very nice that they gave him these flaps right here, so he has articulation right here, and this moves up and down. And then he has these ball jointed feet, so you can twist him around. He's got a little bit of ankle pivot going on. It moves up and down a little bit, and he does have toe articulation, which is great. I'm stoked that I can get him into a flying pose. This is just too badass. I think it's very, very cool. And just the fact that I can get him into a flying pose and he's this big, damn, it just reminds me of back when I was a kid.
Babe, dinner's ready!
Leave us alone! And another great thing about this figure is he does have his air brakes, which I think is awesome. So you could lift this flap up right here, lift this up, and the silver parts pop out as well, so you can have those. I really love that they've sculpted this stuff inside the air brakes. I think that's a great touch. Just looks awesome. Very neat. Cool. Very dope look. You can see right there he's got a screw and then the switch to turn on the LED for his eyes. And there's the switch right there and screw to open that up for the arc reactor light, and then he has lights on each hand right here. And it works well for the open palm, but not really for the closed fist. So I have my Iron Man figure in a decent Iron Man pose over here. I'm going to turn down these lights and turn on the LEDs. Ooh, that is sick. Look how he glows in the dark. The arc reactor is especially bright. I'm going to turn on this overhead light over here. But still, just a very, very cool look. I like this a lot. Very, very badass. The lights do put off this bluish hue, which is just fantastic. I think it's just beautiful. Look how bright this thing is. So badass. Very, very cool. I wish these were the whitish blue color too, but what's really cool is you can half them, you know what I mean? I don't have them totally on there on the ball pegs that shoot the light out, and they still light up very well. So that is really, really cool. To get a better idea how huge this guy is, this is the Hot Toys Avengers movie Thor figure. This is a 1/6 scale figure. I mean, damn, this figure's pretty big as it is. That is the Marvel Legends. Well, it's the Iron Man Legends from Iron Man 2 Mark 6 Iron Man, and there you have a 3 3/4 inch Iron Man 2 Mark 5 Iron Man. So, yeah, I mean, this guy makes a Marvel Legend look so tiny. It's crazy, man. Damn, Marvel Universe Galactus is still taller than this guy. Overall, I have to say, for your dollar, this is an amazing purchase. Now, yeah, this was given to me. It was a gift. But still, this guy was available for pre-order for about $100. You can get him on eBay right now for about $140. I mean, dude, that's a really, really good price for the amount of figure you're getting here. It's just incredible. I mean, you spend like $200 something on a Hot Toys figure. They actually already have the Captain America out. They will be making a 1/4 scale Hulk, which should be just huge. I mean, this is already huge. I just can't imagine how big a 1/4 scale Hulk will be. And they're also going to make a 1/4 scale Thor. So I gotta give it up to NECA. I think they did a great job Just really needs a stand. He could really use a display stand. That would be badass. But other than that, I think it's very cool. It's a pretty strong figure. I feel like I can pose him around a bit without feeling like he's going to break, so that's very cool. At the same time, he's, you know, not the most durable figure. He can get scuffed, and, you know, he does have pieces that break off, like for instance like the face coming off in the male for me. So yeah, that sucks. So yeah, I hope you guys like my review. Hopefully check out Sean Long's review. Also, big thanks again, Marvelous News. Make sure you check them out. Link is in the description. I really hope you guys like my review, because this was a pain in the ass to review. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Count a few seconds and just like, babe, dinner's ready.
Count 5.
Okay.